Let's see. All right, I fired Twitch up. Twitch appears to be streaming according to Twitch. Well, according to XSplit, Twitch is streaming, so I will jump over there at some point and see how this looks over there. I don't normally do much on Twitch, but a lot of people do. I mean, it's incredible how much money some people make doing nothing but streaming on Twitch. It's basically their full-time job. It's crazy. But I am also on YouTube. I got my stream back up here on YouTube. Echoing. You hear echo right now? Really? Okay. Hold on. Do you still hear echo? Wait. Okay. How about now? I think I may have found the source of the echo. Hopefully I sound normal. Testing for echo. Is there any echo? Still? Oh man, guys. All right. Hold on. You know what? Here. I know what to do. We don't need this. Let's remove that. Remove. If anyone ever needs any advice on how to stream, don't ask me. All right, there we go. Okay. How about now? I hear myself in the headphones. Yeah. Okay. Hearing myself in the headphones will make me mental. All right. Let's figure out how to turn that part off. There we go. Okay. All right. I think we have it. Echo now? You guys are hearing echo now? Okay. All right, so we're good, right? Everything's hunky-dory. Echo. Shit. Yeah, all right.
Audio might sound different now, but tell me if the echo is gone.
It's still
shitty?
I bet you can hear nothing now, right? No, it sounded okay. You probably can't hear me, right? Okay, none. All right, we're going to do that, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do this, that. Okay. We're perfect. Okay, so right now it's good, right? See, it's tough because you guys are on a delay to me. So oh, you son of a bitch. Okay. All right. Take that out. Remove you. Okay. So you're saying that right now it's perfect? Okay. It's good. Okay. That's weird. Because in the settings, as far as I can tell, right now it's not configured for any audio, but if you guys can hear me good, that's great. Okay. It doesn't make a lot of logical sense, but at least it's working. Okay, so anyways, this is simulcasting between Twitch and YouTube. I'm curious what the quality is going to look like, and hopefully I have the sound figured out. I don't know if this is something I would do with Marty or not. I broadcast him to Twitch. I guess it wouldn't hurt. But a lot of people that are on Twitch, I mean, they're on there for, well, I shouldn't say that. It's not just gaming anymore. Twitch is everything. There's a lot of different content on Twitch just because it's so heavily viewed. Yeah, that site is it's very, very popular. So I don't know. Guess we'll think about it. Yeah, I know, Steven. I'm not touching anything. I'm good. Everything's cool. Cindy, I guess, is taking longer than normal to get home for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, one thing I did want to mention to you guys, and actually this was something that I wanted to mention to the whole 8 or 7 people that are in right now, although people could watch us watch this back, is I have been in the background without really publicizing it, pumping out a lot of stands, 3D printed EUC stands. I have a lot of them right now. Let's see if I can pop this in. Anything you see there, I actually have made and in stock. You know, for a while I had like maybe 2 or 3, and I made a concerted effort to not only buy an additional, actually 2 additional printers, but also just to pump out a bunch of parts so I could have a good supply. Because I know it's annoying having to wait for things. I've also added, like you'll see, this is actually, I would call this a demo model. This is one of the early stands that I made that I actually used to have our Mini Pro sitting on, but we rearranged the room, so I don't really have a need for it anymore. So I threw it up here, super cheap, $12.99. So if you're interested in a effective but cheap stand, there you go. Although that is a wider model, so that would I would use that on a Gotway. I would use that on a Inmotion wheel. That probably would not work on a KingSong. Here, this is my the new version I've been working on, a 3.8 stand that is bolted together. But as you can see, I ran into a problem with this print. It was like 90% done, and the print bombed out. But actually what I was left with was still 2 functional side pieces. They kind of look interesting. You see the infill there. So I don't know, a certain type of individual might find that actually interesting and appealing. And again, it's about half of what I normally charge for the stand. So instead of throwing it out, since it does work, I did, put it together, and, I stuck my M Super on it, holds it fine. It's another cheap deal. So And it's obviously a one of a kind. No one else is gonna have one that's quite like this. So if that appeals to you, there you go. So yeah, I do want to mention that. All right. Is postage a lot to the UK? Yeah, I've shipped actually a few stands to the UK. It's usually is like $23 to $24 US dollars to ship to the UK. So yes, it is expensive. It does not take as long as I expected. Most of the times that I've shipped that, the person's gotten it in less than a week. So, um, but keep in mind, Ian is now selling his own stands. I actually gave him the models that he's using to do it, and he uses the exact same printer that I do to make the majority of his stands. So if you are looking for a stand, he does have them on his store. You can buy them directly from him. And obviously it's going to be less expensive because it's not going to cost him as much to ship it, and you'll probably get it faster. So yeah, I would check that out. If you're in the UK, definitely I would check that out. What's up? How do I like Michael King? Yeah, my 18L. Yeah, I like my 18L a lot. It's awesome. I said in my first stream that I had a few minutes ago that I'm going to be taking it out Halloween riding tomorrow. There's a neighborhood nearby that has usually all kinds of Halloween decorations out, so I'm going to put on some sort of basic costume and hopefully play some scary music through the Bluetooth speakers. And Cindy and I are going to ride around there and check stuff out. We did the same thing last year. Hopefully Cindy's daughter is going to accompany us as well. So yeah, 18L is great. It's a super clean build. It's not flashy like a Z10. It doesn't have the brute force of a Gotway MSX maybe, but it's a happy medium. And I really, outside of that battery issue that I had with my when I first got it, since that got replaced, it's been all good. I really like the wheel. It's fun. You ordered the white one? Yeah, I remember sending out that white stand last week. And anybody out there that's ordered one of my stands, I really do try to do my best to get it out ASAP. If it comes in during the day or even the night before, I almost always have it packed up and ready to go the following morning. And it's shipped out. If you're in the States, it's shipped out priority mail. So it usually will get to you 2 days, depending on where you're at, and maybe 3 days if you're on the West Coast, but no longer than 3 days in the continental United States. So I am conscious of that. I'm spoiled by Amazon, so like I expect everything to be happen fast. Order it and get it in a couple days. So I try to mimic that best I can with my low budget setup here. You'll use the wall? Okay. Oh, Steve. Oh, you don't want to get it from Speedy Feet? They're good. I mean, unless you have a reason not to. I get very good feedback on them. I have never sent a stand to someone that said, "Oh, this sucks." So I guess that's good. Am I going to update to the XL from Jason? Hell no, no, I'm not. I don't have a spare $2,200 sitting around. I spent that on my mystery vehicle that I have not received yet. So no, I'm not going to be upgrading to the 18XL. I don't need to go 50 miles, at one shot. So nope, I'm fine with my 18L. Now, if someone wants to give me one, sure, yeah, go ahead. Oh, Sam, maybe I can. For those of you that haven't heard this earlier, I'll do this again. Because I think it's cool. It's Marty and Duff's Electric Unicycle Show, starring Marty.
You really should just slow down.
And Duff.
I have wobbles for a very long time.
Yep, there you go. I'm gonna incorporate that into the podcast somehow. Unless Marty hates it. Hopefully he doesn't hate it. I think it's kind of funny. All right. Let me catch up here. There's no echo, Cindy. Yeah, no, yeah, no echo, Cindy. It's I spent 5 minutes figuring it out. I think the echo's okay now. Oh, yeah, the speedy feet, Steven. Okay, yeah, yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, I found that I've sent stands to Norway. Oh man, I don't even remember. Um, the UK, Finland, France, I think. I don't. I should look at my orders. I've sent them to a bunch of places in Europe, and I believe the shipping has been pretty much the same no matter where in Europe it goes for whatever reason. Right around $23 for a single stand. If the weight gets above, I think, 3 pounds, the price like doubles or more than doubles. It's insane how much more it costs if you go over 3 pounds, or is it 2 pounds? Either 2 or 3 pounds, the shipping price goes through the roof. So I mean, unless you really want to stand, it's not worth it, to be honest with you. Porn guys music? What? That's not porn guy. You must listen to some interesting porn. That is not porn guys music. But just to make sure, I'm going to play it again. It's not porn music. Come on. I've never heard porn with that kind of soundtrack. It's porn music has like a really heavy bass, and this definitely would not qualify to me. Here we go. It's Marty and Duff's Electric Unicycle Show, starring Marty.
You really should just slow down.
And Duff.
I have wobbles for a very long time.
Have you not seen porn, Steven? I mean, I think most adult males probably have at some point. All right. You've worked 5 12-hour overtime shifts for the XL. Well, there you go. That's cool. I mean, actually, like what I've been doing with the whatever proceeds I have from selling stuff on the store, and I've never to this point I still have not run a balance sheet on my expenses versus income from the store, and it's a good thing probably because it would be very small. But so I make believe that I'm making money on the store, and I just let like the money that people that pay with PayPal, I just let that accumulate till it's a decent number. Then I usually will use that towards some sort of fun purchase. So maybe if that number gets high enough, I could buy something, another wheel, but it's not there yet. Believe me. Sounds like Cindy's here. Is Cindy here? Is Mommy here? Is Mommy here? Is she? You remember the Mini Pro videos? Yep. Well, it's funny. Like once I got the Mini Pro, if you go way back in my channel, if you've looked at my channel, do you have any idea how many videos I have on my channel? It's well over 1,000 videos on my channel. No shit. And if you look back at my channel, like where it started, it used to be RC stuff, and then it was like for a period of 2 or 3 years, it was like nothing but exercise related stuff, and then it moved to more car repair things, a lot of, and another robocall, I'm sure, car repair things, and then starting with the Mini Pro stuff, there was lots and lots of Mini Pro and then electric unicycle content, and it's that's the lion's share of content nowadays. Hello.
I was so excited.
Oh, you brought your skateboard?
Well, I brought it in because I brought it to the video shoot, the photo shoot.
Oh, okay, cool.
In case they wanted me to ride.
Say hi.
Hi.
I'm broadcasting to Twitch and YouTube at the same time as an experiment.
Wow. I think I'm the only one who heard the echo because I was in the car.
Well, I did have echo. I had to tweak settings, but now they said it's fine now. So I'll find out when I watch it back.
Bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Creepy porn guys music. What? Where'd that
I played the intro that I made tonight for our. Did you hear me playing it all on the stream?
I didn't get to it.
I'll play it for you later.
Creepy.
It's not creepy porn guy music.
Well, he says it's.
Well, you can listen to it and you tell me if you've ever heard creepy porn that sounds like this.
taste in music except for Linkin Park. I don't know.
Yeah.
Some of it's a little weird.
Yeah. Well,
You
like.
do good usually. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Okay. Yeah, me too. So, anyways, yeah, the drone, the drone video, that actually, that's funny. That those of you that don't know, a couple years ago, while we were on a Western road trip, um, I brought my drone. I had a Phantom drone, and I brought it with on the road trip, thinking, hey man, this would be awesome. You know, we're going to be stopping all these scenic places, including like uh, Yellowstone and no, yeah, Yellowstone and the Craters of the Moon National Park and just all, and White Sands. And I thought, oh man, this would be great to have the drone with. So I took it and I flew it at Yellowstone at a couple other places, and I posted those videos to YouTube, quick little videos. And about 3 months after that, I actually got a call from a park ranger in Yellowstone. Long story short, it resulted in me getting just about $1,000 fine for flying my drone at Yellowstone, because I was unaware of a restriction that they had enacted less than a year ago, where the drone flights were illegal in national parks. I didn't know, and I got that fine. So if you watch that video, it's on my channel. Just search like drone on my channel or something like that, or Yellowstone. You'll find it, and it's my most commented video by far on the channel. It has a decent amount of views, but it's nowhere close to my most watched video. But it has the most commentary. You know, drone use, I guess, is a very polarizing subject, and I would say overall, it's probably maybe an 80-20 split. You know, people that kind of side with me in the whole incident, because my feeling about it was that they could have just warned me. Because everyone I spoke to in the whole situation, they did not question that I did not know about this regulation, and I thought a warning would have been appropriate. You know, and you know, there's lots of situations where law enforcement officers give people warnings, and I certainly thought it was appropriate in this situation. And it clearly turned into this wasn't about educating the public. This was just about generating fine revenue for the park. And Yellowstone is infamous for finding the shit out of people. If you look it up, they are real big into fines, and they're very, very high fines. So yeah, if you want to see an interesting story, it's about 10 minutes long when I tell it, and yeah, my most commented video on the channel. Everybody says hi, by the way, Cindy. I said everybody says hi. Hi, hi. Have you still got the drone? Yes, I do still have the drone. Well, I shouldn't say that. No, the drone that was involved in that incident, I actually gave that to a friend of mine. But I do have a Mavic Pro. But I fly very little. That whole incident really it was a turnoff. And nowadays it's hard to know where you can fly a drone, and everyone, you know, it's a pain. Even though I shouldn't say that, they have made it easier, because in the software, at least with DJI, they have stuff built into it where via the GPS that's built into the drone, it will let you know if you are in a potential problem area, as far as a no-fly zone or a warning zone. So they try to keep you out of trouble. And, you know, if I would have had that back then, I would have known that I would have been alerted up front that it was a no-fly zone. And in certain situations, like if you're around an airport or something, it literally will disable the drone. It will not let you take off. So I don't think that's a bad thing. But long story short, no, I do not fly my drone much. Even though one of the things that I do have my eyes on is one of those Skydio R1 drones that Ian has, because they're awesome for like shooting EUC videos or any action videos. They are just awesome. Have you seen some of his videos where he's navigating this very heavily wooded area, and he has the Skydio drone following him? It has cameras all over the place that it intelligently navigates around obstacles, and it'll just lock onto you and just track you and do whatever it needs to do to do that. It's impressive. The downside is $2,000. So yeah, need to sell a lot more EUC stands before I would do something like that. And of course, nowadays everybody is getting the Insta360 cameras as well. You know, Marty has one, Eddie Moy has one, Ryan Sinatra, I think, has one. A lot of people are getting them. So I don't know if I'm going to get one of those or not. I don't know. I hate to be a Me Too guy in some situations, and I don't know. And plus, a lot of those guys that have them, they're the type that shoot video that's nothing but just third person perspective, and they're not really interacting with the viewer much, and that stuff doesn't appeal to me that much. So, although Marty is trying to bridge that gap because he's his last few videos he's been using his Insta360, but he also has an auxiliary recording device, so he can actually still do clear commentary while shooting in 360. So that's an option. But the way he has to make that work sounds a little bit like a hassle to me. So we'll see. Oh, Steven, you have an Insta360. Yeah, a lot of people are getting them. Yeah, they're not that expensive, like $300, right? Something like that. Ian's been spending, I talked about it earlier, Ian's been spending a ton of money on his video content, both in equipment. He hired someone to help him. Hi, baby. What's up? What's up? You have to go outside. Okay. Yeah, that's harsh. Yeah. Anyways, if you haven't seen that video, Steven, check it out. And I can, well, here, let me see. I can link it maybe in chat. I know you guys can't link chat, or you can't link URLs, but I think I can link URLs out to the chat. So let me see if I can do that. Let's see how quickly I can do that. There we go. The name of the video is I was prosecuted for a drone flight by the National Park Service via YouTube. See, that was the thing that was the most outrageous to me. It was that they did it after the fact. Yeah, I wasn't actually witnessed by any National Park ranger doing this, but they still decided to prosecute me. There you go. Yeah, CC. Well, Marty has a 9-foot selfie stick, so yeah, Marty can get the same perspective that Eddie does. I think Marty's just a little bit more cautious in using it than Eddie is. And yeah, Marty said that all that editing is done on the phone primarily, which blows me away. I can't imagine how that works better than doing it on a PC. But Marty says it's like night and day. Like editing that stuff on a PC sucks, and doing it on the phone is not a bad experience at all, as long as you have a relatively modern phone. Yeah, if you have a 3-year-old phone, it's not going to work well. But if you have a phone that you bought in the last year, it probably will be a pretty good experience. All right, so I smell food cooking, so I think I'm going to eat. Like I said, I just wanted to get a quick test in here. I appreciate you guys stopping in and helping me do this test. And Marty and I have talked about it. If you guys do have any questions that you want answered on the stream, Cindy's dancing. You're not quite in the frame yet. There you go. Okay, there you go. Thriller. Okay. Yeah. Cindy has the moves. She's done a lot of dancing in her time. She's very coordinated. Yep, she knows how to shake her booty. Right. Well, you twerk all the time, right?
I never twerk. never twerk.
She's not a big twerker.
No.
Okay. But I'm sure you could if you set your mind to it.
I don't want to.
I know, but you could. All right.
Don't request.
Not even for the stream?
Not even for the stream.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. So anyways. Okay, guys. That's it for now. Thanks for stopping in. If this is your first time on the channel, please consider subscribing. Give the video a big thumbs up for more live streams and more of Cindy acting silly. And feel free to leave your comments below. That's all I got for you for now. Until next time, Duffman out.